Vlogtober 2018, we're doing it. We're gonna build a better Robbie. So here's the deal. For the month of October, I'm giving you the opportunity to build the Robbie society deserves. I've got to run a marathon in 2 months, and I need to get fit, I need to get healthy, I need to lose weight, and generally, I need to be better at life. The way it's going to work is, you guys are going to suggest rules for how I live my life. We'll discuss them in the comments section, and every day or two, we're going to add a new rule or take away ones that aren't working. Now these rules can be anything. Obviously diet and exercise are going to be a big part of things, but feel free to suggest any rules or changes to my daily habits that you think might benefit me. If you think I need to be in bed at a certain time, let me know. If there's a book I should be reading, tell me and I'll read it. I'll provide us with the data so we can analyse things and see progress. As well as weight, I've got a Fitbit so we can measure things like steps and sleep. Now obviously I'm going to choose which rules we follow and which rules we don't. If you guys are suggesting I drink a pint of my own urine every morning, I'm probably going to give it a miss. But what I'm hoping is we can come to a consensus in the comments section and decide what step to take next. My other hope is that building a better Robbie encourages you guys to make positive changes in your life too. Hopefully there'll be some elements that you're interested in and maybe you'd like to follow along at home. If you do, you can just let us know in the comments and we'll see how it's going. Now the vlogs aren't going to exclusively be building a better Robbie content. There's still going to be other things from my life as well over the course of the month. And I'm not sure how long they'll be, maybe 1 minute, maybe 10, who knows. But I will commit to doing one a day, probably going up at the same time every day, probably 6 PM UK time. So join me for Vlogtober 2018 as we build a better Robbie. Time to set our first rule. I'm going to start with doing 10,000 steps a day. It's a classic, it's pretty controversial, I guess. That's not the actual word. But I think it's generally an intent to move regularly every day. It's not that hard to do. It's a nice base level rule. So we'll start with that and go on from there. I've got a Fitbit, so it'll be quite easy to record and see how we're doing. We can check in daily to make sure I've hit the target. We're allowed to be in first class, by the way. The train's declassified, so you can sit anywhere. Not just cheating or flash. Today's the last day of September, so I'm taking the opportunity to get as much unhealthy food in as possible. Had a sausage roll at the farmer's market, ran a friend for roast dinner, some kind of Sunday lunch. I'm presuming it's a roast dinner. I don't really know, but getting that in ready for tomorrow. I think 10,000 steps is quite a manageable amount really, because most days if you're moving around a bit you get it done, but if you are lazy and if you are sat at a desk all day, you can easily get to the end of the day having done like 3,000. So I think it's a good base thing for us to monitor and check on, and we'll keep this going throughout the month. As I say, you can change things, so if you don't think that's enough, we can up it to 15,000 later on in the month. We'll see how things are going. It's up to you guys, you make the rules. Have a think, let us know in the comments below what you think should happen, and we'll get me less rank and a better Robbie.